What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I am still James.
All right, so we are going to do some trailer reactions. We ain't did that in a while. We did a couple. We did that Bill and Ted, but we ain't did a lot in a while. But it's been some trailers dropping, mainly on streaming, and I wish that everything to go to streaming. Tell the truth.
Might as well, man.
Yeah, but okay. So the boys season 2, got a new teaser dropped. And it's actually kind of long, so I'm like, damn, it's longer. It's like a trailer. It's like almost 2 minutes. So I'm like, okay. You know, today these teasers just as long as trailers.
Yeah.
Boys season 2. Season 1 was real good. I really love season 1. I never read the graphic novel before. I kind of went and checked it out. After I saw it's an Amazon Prime original. After I saw that, I went and checked out the graphic novel, and it's good. It's a little out there, and the changes they made actually were good to me.
Yeah.
My opinion. I'm like, okay, they couldn't have put this in there. I'm glad the changes they made. I'm glad they did. What'd you think about that first season of The Boys?
You know what? Like, for as much as, there's kind of been a culture of like, let's take this thing and turn it on its head, like whatever it is. It's like, we'll be the anti-superhero thing, or we'll be the anti-vigilante thing, or whatever it is. It's like, I was expecting The Boys to be some bullshit. It was like they're gonna try to be hard and gritty and all that, and it's gonna flop. And then I saw it, and I'm
Umbrella
like,
Academy.
Yes. And then it was actually really dope.
Yeah, I loved it, actually. It was, to me, one of the best superhero shows, properties out there, man. Keeping that grittiness. It's like, and when I saw the comic, they knew how much to leave in and what to take out. You know what I'm saying? Where, because the comic is real gritty. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? Real raunchy.
Yeah.
And they kept the tone without going overboard. You know what I'm saying? They even had stuff like, dude, she's sitting on the dude's face and she crushes his head and stuff. And they kept that in, but it was like, whoa. Stuff like that, they knew, how far to go and where to pull back. So I really love that show, man. And I'm excited for season 2. But we also know a lot of times they can't duplicate what they've done. So hopefully they can. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So we got this trailer for season 2. And we're going to go ahead and watch this trailer. Let's see, pull it up. Watch this trailer for season 2, or teaser trailer. So you can go ahead and pull it up. And
all right.
I'm going to go ahead and start it, and right now.
Federal authorities have initiated a multi-state manhunt for William Butcher.
If anyone spots William Butcher or any of his known associates, Marvin Milk, Hugh Campbell, or this man, please call 1-888-0-CRIME.
Why didn't they say his name? They said everybody else's name.
The world still needs superheroes.
Oh, that's the same Starlight? Oh, I got it.
So let's get out there.
I think it's still the same one.
She look way
Yeah.
different. Oh.
We are famous now.
Yeah.
Don't you
Oh,
worry.
French. Yes, it is.
Daddy's home. I know we've been through some shit together. But this is a fucking mess. And we're the most wanted lads in the country.
So what's your big plan?
You'll love it.
I won't love it. I never love it. Never fucking love it.
Noted.
That was badass, dude. Ooh.
Ain't you twits lucky that I showed up?
Ooh. Damn, I gotta wait that long. Shit.
God damn, son.
All right, that was boys.
Oh my god.
That was boys.
Oh.
Season 2. Woo! Hey, it looks dope, especially the way they
Yep.
cut the trailer. What you think of it?
Bruh, like one of the things I really appreciate about season 1, and it's something like comic book nerds, myself included, have been talking about like for the longest time. You know, it's like once you scale powers up to a certain level, the world becomes tissue paper.
Dude, and you know what? That is one thing they did to show you when people got superpowers, it's consequences. You can't be super strong and, you can't get into a barroom fight with a normal person and not have their head explode. You know what I'm saying? If you super strong, you punch a guy, his head gonna explode when you got super strength,
Yeah.
And that's something they don't really do in comics, but they
Like,
show those real consequences.
Because like the Flash, he super speeds right around somebody and they just get turned around.
Yeah.
What's his name? A-Train does it.
They fucking explodes. But I'll give you this. I give them this. He I guess he can control that, but he was on some kind of drug or something where he lost control. So that made more sense. Where it's like us heroes, if we lose our control of our abilities, we can hurt people, but we so good we can know how to we use our power without hurting people. So I like that aspect.
Because like I was talking to somebody about the whole A-Train incident, and like one of the things that comes part and parcel with the Flash's power set is like the Speed Force doesn't just give him super speed; it removes friction from the equation. So like if he runs past you at super speed, you don't get torn to shreds because there's zero friction at that point.
That makes sense because the wind that he would generate should be, pulling everything into a fucking vortex or some shit.
Right. So,
but
you should be shearing the flesh from your bones by walking by running past you. Physics. But like with A-Train, it's just no. You just move at super speed. Everything that comes with an object moving at super speed happens when you run.
Yeah. So that was part of the appeal to the first season, that we got consequences for all these actions, and not only if a person with I guess emotional problems, like what's the that would
Homelander.
like Homelander, a person like Homelander that can't control. Well, he can control his powers perfectly, but when he can't control his emotions though. So he's emotionally unstable with superpowers. So that's the consequences of something like that.
He's a full tilt psycho.
Yeah. And I checked out the comic of that, or the graphic novel. He was like way more emotionally unstable, where he was like crying, like he'll go cry like a baby when he don't get his way or something like that. It's like they made him actually. I like the changes they made. That's why I was like, when I saw the comic and then I saw the show, I'm like, dude, they made the choice. They made great choices of what they took out and what they left in, and they came up with a good hybrid of live action and the comic.
Because like doing him the way he does, where like you can see this, like you can tell that he's a cold piece of work pretty early on, right? But you don't. But like they let you watch his descent into outright psychopathy over the course of a few episodes.
Yeah,
so it's like he's not a good dude. He's just playing his part. Oh wait, he's less than just not a good dude.
Yeah. Right. He's basically a politician. No. Well, I mean, and they kind of show, you got these powers, and what would you do if it got out of control? Who's gonna keep that in check? The boys come, which I'm like, and honestly, they ain't got no powers, so it's kind of like, and all of them got vendettas with people with powers. It's a good dynamic. I'm kind of curious on how they're gonna keep up this fight with no powers,
Well, because even like watching like the corporate espionage part of the plot, it's like, look, people are starting to ask why they still need superheroes, so we went and made a supervillain.
Yeah. It's a lot of interesting stuff there, and they got and then I saw another trailer. They got Carlos Esposito as basically playing Gus. Like, dude, I swear to God, ever since Breaking Bad, ever since he be so menacing as Gus in Breaking Bad, he's in everything as Gus. It's like, dog, I seen this guy. He got big range. He didn't play all different types of characters, but after Gus, he's stuck. He's playing that calm villain. Everything in Star Wars, he's fucking Gus in space. In the
Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. He's Gus in space. Now he's just Gus in the superhero world. I swear to God, he's just a calm, psychotic boss.
He's got that calm charisma that you only get from like a genuine megalomaniac. You know what I'm saying? Now, we both know that if we turn these guns on, you're going to get shredded. So let's save us all some trouble, and we can shoot you out here.
Right. So, I mean, and, they introduced him at the end of season 1, so he's going to have probably a bigger role in season 2. And he's kind of like the head of what's going on there with the superheroes or whatever. Make no mistake, superheroes are the bad guys, and the normal people are the good guys. It's not really black and white like that. It's some superheroes are kind of caught in it, where they like Starlight. I think her name's Starlight, where she thought that they was all good guys, and she kind of finding out, damn, they good guys in public, but behind the curtain they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the very best of the top tier superheroes in the world is a bit of a dick. Like the very, I would say, what's her name? Maeve.
Yeah, she's
like,
a drunk.
She's
but she only drink to hide the pain, because she probably thought that they was heroes, and now she figured out they ain't shit.
So it's like
Sad.
Everyone else is like, what is it? The Deep. They're bargain bin Aquaman.
Yeah,
like he's a sex offender.
Yeah, they turned it back on him though. He got sexually assaulted on the.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully he learned his lesson. We don't know. Anyway, it looks like a badass. It looks like it's picking up right where the other one left off. I'm mad I gotta wait all the way to September though.
Yeah. The only question I have is like what all they're gonna change about that one character Stormfront.
Yeah.
Like, because like the character in the comics is, as my understanding, is like super macho, and they cast a woman instead of a dude. So like I guess they're really like clapping hard against Homelander's whole shtick.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that dynamic's gonna play out.
Yeah, I mean, they changed a few things. Like I said, they changed a few things from the comics, and like I said before, I'm happy with the changes they made, because if you read the comic, it's one of those. It's a little too campy. Like it can't. Some things just too. It don't translate. And then some people, that's not like the comics. Hey, sometimes you can use a comic as a base and you can make something else, and I'm cool with that if you don't do a disservice, because if you translate it directly from the comics, it's too much of a parody. It can't. It don't seem real.
It's kind of like the Sonic. It's kind of like the Sonic the Hedgehog thing. It's like, look, we can't just take all of this and make it live action. Mm-hmm. Some of this stuff needs to be, back with the source material, and some stuff just ain't gonna work. Period.
Yeah. So, like I said, it looked badass, man. I really appreciate what they're doing. I can't wait to see it, and y'all will get a review for us. No doubts there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a long 2 months, but we'll get.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap up. Thanks for checking out the video, and please subscribe to the channel. And we got a couple other trailers we're going to get into, so check those out. We're gonna post those videos. So thanks for checking us out.
Peace.